What's up, everyone? This is CyberKnight 8610, and today I thought it'd be fun to go on a little bit of a trip in the past, just a few months ago, to the Tokyo Dome. Yeah, I actually picked up a bunch of stuff from Tokyo Dome that I thought it'd be fun to do an opening on. A little bit of a later video, really, I guess, too, because it was in February, but I was able to pick up a bunch of stuff from Bai that was actually on sale at Tokyo Dome, so I thought it'd be fun to open up a bunch of that today and show you guys all the cool stuff that basically happened. Unfortunately, I didn't get the big promos. The promos of Blue Eyes and Dark Magician with the Tokyo Dome behind them. I plan to pick those up a little bit later, but not too much later, because I'm sure as time goes by, they're going to go up in price. So, yeah, you can check them out. Again, with Bai, you buy stuff like you live in Japan, so it makes everything cheaper. With inflation and all the different stuff going on, the dollar is worth way more than the yen. And basically, you can get those promos for a fraction of the cost that it would be over here. Like, seriously, you save... like, I think you pay a third as you would on eBay or something, and that's for a lot of this kind of stuff. So I definitely recommend, if you're a fan of Yu-Gi-Oh! And you want to pick up those promos or something, or really any of the stuff I'm going to show, use Bai, because seriously, you will save money. Anyway, let's go through all the different cool stuff we have. First off, this is one of the coolest things that I figure I should bring up kind of close to the beginning of the video, is that we have the starter deck. Yes, they actually remade the original starter deck that came out back then. I think it was in 97, I believe. I'll correct myself if I'm wrong. But it was the original EX starter deck that, of course, had a deck for Yugi and Kaiba. The box itself was bigger, though. This is a smaller version of the box. That's another way you can tell this is like a remade one. This is not the original one, obviously. And I'm glad they actually made the size a little bit different, too, so it won't confuse anybody. Because, yeah, but you still get the two decks. They're actually written in Japanese right there. If you can read it, there you go. I do plan to open this up here in a second. But it was a really cool thing that they re-released, you know, and actually had them like that. And if you have the original one, too, I don't think it's terribly expensive. I'd have to double check. Because I actually picked up, and this isn't from, like, Tokyo Dome or anything like that. I just thought I would bring this out. I actually got this from Bai as well. It's been a little bit ago. It was like $100, I think, for both of these, or maybe it was a little cheaper. I don't remember exactly, but this is the second version. This is the EXR, so I believe this is the second one. As you can tell, like even from the Dark Magician and Blue Eyes, these artworks were in the second Star Decks. Evolution was the name for us over here in the US, and then they also came with like a VHS tape where it could, I believe, teach you how to play the game, which is really cool. I've kept it, like, sealed and all of this. I don't think the plastic wrap is like its original packaging, but this is more of what it looked like, you know, in comparison, this kind of thing. So, very similar box the original one was in, and, yeah, just a really cool little idea. I liked it whenever they tried to have tapes, and then later they had the DVD, which I know has been made fun of, like, into, like, just over and over, just, you know, but still, cool idea before the internet, you know, where the internet really has taken off like it is now. So, I gotta give them props for at least trying something a little bit different. They actually were showing off, like, Duel Links and showing all the different duelists that you can play as on Duel Links, which is pretty cool, especially now with Rush Duels. Kind of funny now, I guess this is already out of date, because we did get, was it Spectre, I believe, from Vrains? So, yeah, we actually have one more character now that wasn't on there. They also handed this out. It's like a little pamphlet thing going over everything with Yu-Gi-Oh! So it's time to duel. Everything, of course, will be in Japanese. A little bit of English here, I guess, though. Going over the manga and over the cards. You know, Legend of Blue Eyes, which was, of course, Volume 1 and all that instead. It was different for us. We got Legend of Blue Eyes first. They got actually this Volume 1 pack, which is really rare nowadays. I think they had it all the way like till 5? Was it Volume 5, I think, is where they ended? And then later on we got Legend of Blue Eyes and all that. Then going through even like showing off the spin-off series and going over how even like the field has changed and everything. I mean, there's been so much. In 25 years, a lot's happened. Let me tell you. I remember when Yu-Gi-Oh! Started to now. So, even going over the anime and showing some of like the video games and just everything. Which, by the way, I do believe they announced that we will get on Steam like a bunch of the old video games, like, and even some ones we didn't get translated for us, and I'm hoping we're gonna get more info on that soon. Hadn't heard about it in a little bit. But I'm looking forward to that, and I will definitely play that. Maybe we can do some videos and stuff. Then even going over some of the newer sets that have come out, like Yugi's Monsters getting stuff. I mean, Dark Magician has gotten his support. Then Legacy of Destruction, we got the Yugi support, basically. Going over, like, Ghost Rares, Quarter Centuries, and Starlights, and everything there. And, of course, a few advertisements as well. And then even Rush Duels, which is still a shame that we don't have Rush Duels over here. I think it would do okay. I still think maybe they should just release it as, like, a board game and you just get basically everything. Kind of like what they do for Speed Duels, where you just, it's not random, you just get it all in the box. Then Duel Links, of course, that's had a lot of changes. And then Master Duel, which has also been doing fairly well. I do enjoy both. They're kind of nice for whenever you feel like one or the other. And they even had this little pamphlet thing as well, going over the events, going over, like, advertisers and everything. And supposedly you could use a QR code with this to make, like, a Blue Eyes White Dragon, I think, appear over the Tokyo Dome. It's a really cool little feature. I don't remember how it works, and of course, too, I don't speak Japanese, so it'd be a little bit more difficult for me. But it's even telling you where you get different things, like they have the token card there, the Kaiba token card, and a bunch of the different stuff that they have going. And even the little cafe that they had, where basically you get all these different little snacks, which I'm pretty jealous of on that. That'd be cool. And I think that's where it's telling you about the Blue Eyes Tokyo Dome thing. So this is a really cool paper to have right here. Then, of course, I did actually get the Kaiba token. Yeah, it's sealed on here. I am not opening it, but you also got some promotion packs as well. So there's the Kaiba, which is just a normal token, really. It's kind of cool, though, because it's from this event and everything, too. So I like that quite a bit. Then you got some promotion packs, and I even ended up picking up some more promotion packs, too. I don't think these are, like, terribly expensive. They probably will be more in the future. But, yeah, there's some really cool promo cards, so let's see. Looks like they'll only be available like this, too. Let's go on ahead, open them up. Little pull tabs sometimes work out good. See, you have, like, the, what is it, like a town square, sort of? I forget the name of this one, but it's like a, it's more just that it's a cool artwork and stuff, too. And a level 5 with 3,000 tag, it's kind of like a labyrinth wall kind of thing. Really is what it reminds me of, or Millennium Shield kind of card. Just a lot of defense. Then, oh, we actually got a double already, okay. I still like the parallel on it. It does look nice. Come on, don't give me doubles. Because there's a few cards in this set. Okay, here we go. This one's not a double, okay. Then you have, like, the Ultimate Baseball Kid, like, his new form, basically. You know, you might remember that card and all, too. Well, this is kind of like a newer kind of upgrade or whatever for him. Which is really interesting, because that card used to be kind of cool, too. Always remember him from that Fire Structure deck. And we know we got something else. It is The Legend of Tickets. I'm glad that's in English. That helps me out quite a bit. Yeah, there you go. Another really cool looking promo to go with the whole event and everything too. I'll definitely have to get the rest of these. And last one, just give me one I don't have, really, is all I'm asking. Oh, yeah. Unfortunately, another double for me. Still cool to see, though. But yeah, these are actually Yu-Gi-Oh cards you can use. Pretty cool. More for the promotion and all that, but definitely interesting. I don't know if we would ever see these in English. Probably not, unfortunately. That's the bad part. And then, now for a start deck, let's open this up. We got to. I gotta have a little bit of Blast from the Past moment. So, let's see. I'm gonna be very careful, though, too. Because I think you can keep them in the box, basically. And there you go. You even get the promo. I think it's actually a couple of, like, promos right there. Lord of D, actually in the old style, which is really cool. Get the rule book, of course. I think it looks just like the original one. I think everything's basically been reprinted to a T. So, yeah, you only have your new zones and everything, obviously. Then, you got two playmats, actually. So, I'll show the playmat real quick on here. But there you go. I mean, it's really simple. I think that's how it was back then, too, out of the Yugi and Kaiba. And I do like how it's all in English as well. English and Japanese. So, kind of a nice little touch, you know. Most of us probably know anyway, but still. Got a little foam protecting it, and there are the two decks. Open those here in a second. Let's open up this, I guess, promo pack, because I forget what's in this. Does the tear? Yeah, it does. Let's just be so careful with these. God, that secret looks nice. And is it the flute? Yeah, the flute of Summon Dragon. Okay. Well, there you go. That's kind of unfair for Kaiba. I was wondering maybe if each of them got like a promo or something. Of course, Kaiba. Did he box this? Did he make this set? Come on. This is totally Kaiba Court propaganda right here, you know? Also, where's the Joey deck? That was my first starter deck, was Joey. Alright, so I think this is some blue-eyed white dragon. I'm pretty sure. Blue eyes, obviously. I won't joke with you. Someone out there will get upset. Yeah, Judge Man. Actually, I'm going to flip these like this so I can easily put them back. Judge Man actually is a super. Then Battle Ox, is that? No, okay, that's actually not hollow. But again, it's the old style if you hadn't noticed, too, with the box. You got like the text and everything. I really like this style. I mean, I get nowadays with some of the text we have, you can't do that. But I still really like it. You know, it's very pretty. Megami, is that one. Swordstalker, it's like Pell Imp or Pell Fiend. Hitatsumi Giant, Terra the Terrible, Shadow Assassin, Ryukushin, Wicked Worm Beast, Rogue Doll, some kind of hunter. I want to say he's Masked Hunter or something. Urabi, is it Komori Dragon? Komori Dragon, I believe. I think Yugi actually uses that one though, right? Skull Red Bird. Oh, those stuck together. I actually don't remember this one. I mean, I remember the art, but I don't remember the name. Same with this one too. I went for a pretty good while there, okay? Mystic Horseman. There you go. That one's easy. God, it's like Boros from One Punch Man. Don't know that dude. He always reminds me like a Lord of the Ring. And there is Ryukushin Powered, I believe. Oh. There is, I remember Golem was in his name. Lejin, that's easy to remember. Kazaki, or not Kazaki. I forget his name, it starts with a K as well, though. Rude Kaiser, I think. We got Trap Hole, Two-Pronged Attack, Reinforcement. Whoop. Just Desserts. Or so often they kind of stick together. Don't remember. That was like the light one. That one powers up Dark, I believe. Monster Reborn, that's easy. Fisher. Dark Hole. D-Spell, way better than MST. The House Fire one is like a Zuki or something. I know it had Spy in his name. I forget, though. It's like a Looking Glass. And then we have like a little separator, I guess. Hane, I guess this is kind of like a side deck. Trap Master. D-Spell yet again. D-Spell again. Trap Removal. Sogen. Mysterious Puppeteer. Ultimate Offering, because that's the original art. We never got that art. It was censored. And Reverse Trap. And Castle Walls. So there you go. I feel like I remembered most of those. I feel like I did okay. It's hard to remember every Yu-Gi-Oh card, but I do try. And now for Yugi. Alright, let's go. We have, of course, Dark Magician. I love this art. Dark Magician doesn't have a bad artwork, to be honest. I like all of them. There's so many. I love them all. Wing Guardian of the Fortress actually got a holo. Okay, that's pretty sick. I do like Wing Guardian of the Fortress. I'd like to see a retrain of him, for sure. That's one. Abyss Shark. That's always one I... Or no, that was like Man-Eating Shark or something. I think that's his name. Not Abyss Shark. That's a newer card. So, yeah. Great White Man-Eating Shark or something like that. Or maybe it's just Great White. Feral Imp. Crawling Dragon. Or Zombie Dragon. Crawling Dragon's the brown one, I believe. So, yeah. Then Mystical Elf. That's easy to remember. Witty Phantom. Then a Summon Skull. Beaver Warrior. That's the easiest to remember. Asatsu, I think, or something. He's like the assassin dude. Gaia. Of course, gotta have Gaia the Fierce Knight. Curse of Dragon. Dave. Celtic Guardian. Okay. Fenrir. Someone's not gonna get the joke. Let's see. Oh, what's his name? It's like Stone Guardian. God, I hadn't seen him in a while. He was even remade in Abyss Rising, but I can't remember his full name. He attacks the moon. I know that. I don't remember her. Mammoth Graveyard, because he gets rid of your Blue Eyes Ultimates, of course. I remember always thinking that guy was really cool looking. Hot Topic Shopper. Let's see. Wall of Illusion. That one again. I don't remember. Neo the Mystical Swordsman. I do remember him. It's like Claw Reacher or something. I think a claw in his name. Dark Sword Baron. I don't remember that one. Something with Clam, I'm sure. That one either. That one also used to creep me out as a kid. And I don't remember this guy either, but he's like Gandalf, basically. Even more than like Dark Magician, really. Trap Hole, 2-pronged attack, so I wonder if the rest of these are basically the same. Reinforcements, Wabaku, Dark Sword. Then you have Metric... What was the name of this one? Metrical Spellbook or something like that. Of course, Monster Reborn, Fisher, Dark Hole, D-Spell, Last Will, actually, on that one. Diane Keto, which I honestly didn't know was female for a very long time. You see that in censored art, it's a little easier to tell, but, you know. Rush Tools made things a little bit more interesting, I guess. Change of Heart as well. Then you have, like, your little divider, where you have Man-Eater Bug, Trap Master as well. Again, I think I remember his name. D-Spell, D-Spell yet again. Trap Removal, whoop. Yami, which I always thought was kind of interesting, because it's dark. And Dragon Capture Jar. So, haha, Kaiba, take that. Let's see, Ultimate Offering, and Reverse Trap, and Castle Walls. Okay, so they did give us the Dragon Capture Jar. It doesn't work as well for Yugi as it does for Pegasus, I guess, but that is really cool. So yeah, what do you guys think about all these different products and stuff, too? It's kind of a random video, but one I just wanted to make because it was stuff I had to pick up, because who wouldn't? You know, I know the anniversary is more for, Japanese players than American players, TCG, and I hope we get something like this too, like remake some of the older starter decks for us. I think that would be really sick. But this is still so nostalgic for me. I remember watching my first episode of Yu-Gi-Oh! I remember hearing about it in school. That's how I got into it. I was playing Pokemon and all that, I think like most kids, and then boom, you hear about Yu-Gi-Oh! And it was more mature or whatever, and the monsters looked a little bit scarier. So, there you go. But, then also, it was the devil. By a lot of parents, including mine. So, yeah. It's really interesting, though, to see that, man, 25 years later, I'm old now. I definitely feel it. So I'm actually older than Yugioh, so take that. Let me know what you guys think about all this kind of stuff, though. Like I said, down in those comments below. Check out Bai, because they're not really sponsored this video, but that is where I got all this stuff. They didn't, pay me to make this video or anything. But the affiliate link does help. So use that link. It does help support the channel. And let me know, too, what other cool Japanese stuff I should pick up. And, yeah, thanks for watching. And, of course, I will catch you guys later. See ya.